Hello everyone, my name is Gustavo Mendes. I'm the product manager here at Filmworkz, and I'm going to do a quick demo of Loki 2. So, after installing Loki 2, you're going to have on your desktop these three shortcuts. So one is to run Loki, another one stops the operations, and you have some documentation as well with some DVO user guides, licenses, and the full manual for the software as well. To run Loki, all we need to do is double click on Run Loki and three terminal windows will open. So we're going to be seeing a server window, we're going to see a node window, and we're going to also see a web server window. So we can minimize the server and the Loki node real quick, but this one, we want to keep it open just for a moment. Because what we want to do is, we want to control click on this link so we can actually open this link in our browser. So if I control click it here real quick, you're going to see that I'm going to open here and we're going to go directly to that address that we just saw. I'm just going to click on refresh real quick. And this is the basic interface of Loki 2. So we have a viewer, we have presets, DVO selection, and export settings. We have tabs for previews, queued, completed, unsuccessful, and watch folders where your inputs are. So let's do a quick demo of it. So I'm going to first import some files. So I'm going to go here to my Phoenix and I'm going to import some highly noised footage. So let's bring this file here. And what's going to happen is we can load here the file, as you can see real quick. And the timeline, you can click on different points to see what's happening, but what I can do is I can just basically select if I want to do a preview based on CRF values or bitrate. So I'm going to select the CRF value of 20, which is a really good quality. I'm going to change the number of frames that I want to render, and if I click here, it will consider the point where you clicked as your endpoint, and it's going to process a initial preview, so you can play back a specific section of the file. So this is all is rendering here real quick. So now I have a preview with the original size. Of course, here you have two screens to do your initial compare, but since these are both the original file, I'm just going to click on this button here to do single screen. And I can play back the file real quick and see what's going on. Now that I have it and I can analyze a little bit, I can use my mouse wheel to zoom in and out. I can click and hold to drag as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a DVO, and here you can see the list and I can go through it and figure out which one I want. So for example, I'm going to go here for the video packet and choose DVO Velvet, and it's here applied. We're seeing what it's doing. I have the settings. Initially, I'm just going to leave it on default. And what I want to do is I'm going to do a shorter number of frames now. I'm going to do 50. And I'm going to click on preview. And now you're going to see that here at the bottom of the interface, we now have a preview with the DVO applied. You see here that it shows in this region down here with DVO Velvet under the preview. And now I can actually show you the dual view. So this is original versus the result on the right, and I can also do a quick split, and this is very easy to see what's going on. And if I press play, we can play back both at the same time and compare the results. If I'm happy with this and I just want to export, and I just want to export same resolution and frame rate as is specified right here at the top section, I can just click on export settings, and I'm going to select a quick folder here. So I'm going to go back to my big drive, go to my cache file, go to Loki 2, and click on processed and select this folder. And I want to keep the original timecode, so I don't need any custom timecodes. I could select an in and out point, but I don't need to do that. I want to keep everything as source. I'm going to do a ProRes 422 709. I'm going to click on export. And here have a summary with the source file information and the export file information. I'm going to click on submit. And if I click here on queued, you see that we just queued the file. So I'm just going to close this window here real quick. And you're going to see that in a little bit, it's going to start processing and we basically get a result here, a ProRes file. And let's just give it a minute while it starts. And you can see here the progress bar is already moving, and we're gonna get a file here real quick. Just gonna wait so we can take a look at the result together. So let's just give it a second. And of course, while this is rendering, I could be clicking and importing other files. It intelligently stops and waits for the machine to be idle to keep rendering in the background. So now that I have a file and it's all set up, I'm just gonna open in Windows Explorer window. I'm gonna go to that folder. I'm gonna go to my, my Loki 2 processed. It kept the same name of the file. I didn't ask it to change. I'm gonna open this real quick on Switch. And I now have a ProRes file with the original resolution and frame rate with the cleaned up DVO. And I can just do here quick info on the file. And as you can see, ProRes 422, 709, 24, just like the original. And this is the initial demo of Loki 2, and we're going to be doing more demos pretty soon. So thank you for watching.